historical association.
No, I've actually always found something to be very true, which is most people don't get those experiences because they never ask. I've never found anybody that didn't want to help me if I asked them for help. I always.
So do you know what he said in the opening statement there?
People don't want to do a thing they have never experienced.
Also, actually, he said something different. He spoke about asking. He said people never want to ask somebody for help. And
asking.
Yes. And he said in his experience, most of the time when you ask people, they want to help you. But people just are so afraid of asking somebody for help. Yeah. So we can go back and we can hear that one more time.
Okay. One more time.
Most people actually always found. No, I've actually always found something to be very true, which is most people don't get those experiences because they never ask.
Most people don't get those experiences because they never ask, which means, I don't know, people want to experience something in life, but they never ask. So the easiest way I can explain that for you is if there is a very young dentist, he wants to learn how to perform GBR surgery. But he needs to ask somebody, can I watch you? Can I be your assistant? He needs to ask somebody, I really want to learn from you, right? But in Japanese culture, I think many of them hesitate to do that. So they wait until they get the opportunity. Please watch me. Please be my assistant. They don't go to the person and they don't ask. Do you understand? Yeah. So he's talking about people don't get enough experience in life because they don't ask people, please help me to experience this. Please give me the opportunity to experience this.
Oh, I see.
Do you understand? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never found any get those experiences because they never ask. I've never found anybody that didn't want to help me if I asked them for help. I always call them up. I called up, this will date me, but I called up Bill Hewlett when I was 12 years old, and he lived in Palo Alto. His number was still in the phone book. And he answered the phone himself. He said, yes? He said, hi, I'm Steve Jobs. I'm 12 years old. I'm a student in high school, and I want to build a frequency counter. And I was wondering if you had any spare parts I could have. And he laughed, and he gave me the spare parts to build this frequency counter, and he gave me a job that summer in Hewlett-Packard, working on the assembly line, putting nuts and bolts together on frequency counters. He got me a job in the place that built them. And I was...
So he was speaking very quickly there. Were you able to catch anything?
So first, he asks someone needs help. Do you need help? So almost everyone needed help.
Yes.
And then he was talking about when he was 12, right?
Yes.
And he was asking for some job.
So he was asking for spare parts. So spare parts. Spare parts. Like when you make a machine, sometimes you don't use everything. Sometimes you have spare parts. And when you have spare parts, you don't throw the spare parts away. You always keep it because it might be useful in the future, right? So when he was 12 years old, he wanted to build his own machine. And he needed some spare parts. So do you know the company called Hewlett-Packard?
HP.
Yes. So he found the CEO's phone number in the telephone book. Because その時には you can find anybody's phone number, right?
Yeah.
It was a long time ago, right? But in those days, you can find anybody's phone number by the big yellow book, right? Yeah. So he found the CEO of HP's phone number and he called the CEO asking, can you give me some spare parts? And then the CEO laughed because such a phone call is obviously very rare, right? Nobody would have the guts or the bravery to call the CEO of HP and ask for spare parts, right? You know? But the CEO gave him the spare parts, and he also gave him a summer job. So he got the experience of working in HP, how to build a machine, and he also got the spare parts as well. And this is all because he asked. Do you understand?
I see.
So that's the point which he's trying to illustrate, actually.
So not just waiting for an opportunity, but
just waiting for an opportunity. Yes. Yeah.
He did by himself.
Yes. Yes. In English, we call it take action.
Take action.
Yes. Take action means 自分から動く. Right. Yeah. So he took action, right? And yeah, he's basically saying most of the time people are willing to help if you are willing to ask. Yes, I often say this to people too. If you wanted my help, you should have just asked me instead of 遠回しのやり方より, you should have just asked me directly. That's what I often tell people, you know. And I think he's very much the same like that. He prefers that way, which is why he's giving a lecture about it now.
I was in heaven, and I've never counters. He got me a job in the place that built them, and I was in heaven, and I've never found anyone who said no or hung up the phone when I called. I just asked, and when people ask me, I try to be as responsive, you know, to pay that debt of gratitude back. Most people never pick up the phone and call. Most people never ask, and that's what separates sometimes the people that do things from the people that just dream about them. You gotta act.
Did you understand anything from what he said there? He was talking very quickly.
Yeah, maybe he said what you said, like he could get chance because he took his action.
Yes.
And the final sentence I couldn't catch up.
So he said that's what separates people who do something from people who just dream about doing something. So people who dream about doing something, it just stays a dream. But people who do something, they ask somebody, they move, they ask somebody a favor, they pick up the phone and they call them, they write a message, you know. He's saying that's what separates people who do something from people who just dream about doing something. That's what he was basically saying.
I see.
And you've got to be willing to fail. You've got to be willing to crash and burn. You know, with people on the phone, with starting a company, with whatever. If you're afraid of failing, you won't get very far.
What was the last comment that he made?
Okay.
His opening line was, "You've got to be willing to fail." Do you know what that sentence means? You've got to be willing to fail.
You got to be willing to fail.
Yes.
So
being willing to do something, means it's difficult, it's not easy, but I am okay to do that. Yeah. So for example, if you say I am willing to drive to your house to meet you, it means that the easier way is if you drive to my house or if we meet in the middle. But if I say I'm willing to drive to your house to meet you, it means it's not easy, but I'm happy to drive to your house, right? That's what it means to be willing to do something, right? If you say I'm willing to fail, then it means that I am happy to fail if it means that I can learn something from the experience, right? So you've got to be willing to fail basically means that you have to understand that failing is necessary, right? You have to almost be happy to fail, right? Yeah, so he said you have to be willing to fail is what Steve Jobs was saying. Let's go back a little bit.
Fail. You've got to be willing, and you've got to be willing to fail. You've got to be willing to crash and burn. You know, with people on the phone, with starting a company, with whatever. If you're afraid of failing, you won't get very far.
And the final line was, if you're afraid of failing, you won't get very far. Do you know what this sentence means? If you're afraid of failing, you won't get very far.
If you don't want to fail,
yes,
you can't reach your purpose.
That's right. That's right. Yes. So if you're afraid of failing, you won't get very far means you won't even start your journey. Maybe you will start your journey, but you will stop your journey after maybe 2 or 3 kilometers,
So it says directly, take actions, don't afraid of making mistakes.
Yes, exactly. Take actions, be willing to ask, and be willing to fail and take action. Yeah. In a 1.5 minute video, he gave so many great pieces of advice, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I think he is a truly exceptional human being. He really, really is an exceptional human being. But super intense as well. Like, not easy to have a drink with, not easy to have a meal with. I think he was very intense, but really, really exceptional human being, Steve Jobs.
That's right.
Yeah, やっぱり桁が違う。
難しいな。
Yeah.
Listening.
Yeah. Article was Nikkei stock market surges. Okay, number 1 is I'm willing to do something. Means I'm happy to do it, even though it's not easy. Yeah. So you have to be willing. You have to be willing to fail and suffer embarrassment if you want success. Number 2 is that's what separates A from B. Yes. It means, so for example, discipline and consistency. Yes. Those 2 things separate average people from extraordinary people. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Equals, that's the difference between A and B. Yeah. Okay, number 3 is to take action. All right. Steve Jobs always speaks about the importance of taking action, no matter the situation. Okay. Number 4 is interest rate, kinni. Okay. Bulk. Bulk has 2 meanings. So 5.1 is large amounts. Yeah. So do you sell this ramen in bulk? Means このラーメンをいっぱいで売ってくれるんですか？なんか10パックとか20パックとか50パック。Do you understand? Yeah. それだったら can I buy this in bulk? In bulk? Yeah. Do you understand? Yeah. The second one is the majority of, right? So the bulk of zainichi Zainichis are actually from North Korea, not South. Do you understand?
Really? そうなの?
Yes. Heritage-wise, in terms of their blood, yeah. 北の方が多いです。
The
next one is outthinking someone, outpacing someone. Outthinking someone is beating someone in strategy. Outpacing someone is beating someone in speed. Outworking someone is beating someone in work ethic. Working harder. Yeah, working harder than someone, basically. Working harder than someone. All right. Okay. 7 is elsewhere. Yeah. Elsewhere. Yeah. So elsewhere in the world, people are not. What's a good example for elsewhere? Elsewhere in the world, people. Do you have something, Mark?
That's not the word. People are suffering from starving.
Yes. That's a great example. People are suffering from starvation and a lack of sanitation. Yeah, clean water. Right. Okay. Next one is limitation breeds creativity. この有名なことわざですね。Yeah. So, old game music really shows us that limitation breeds creativity. Dexterity は日本語でなんて言うのかな? Yeah.
なんだっけ?
適応とかなんとかだった気がするね。
器用?
Yes.
器用.
Just 器用?
器用.
Yeah. Okay. So my son needs to improve his dexterity. That's why I bought him Kirby Jenga. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Mark.
Thank you very much, as always.
Yeah, that was a good challenge for you, that Steve Jobs interview, right? Yeah. Good. You've got something. Yeah, you've got something to aim for now, like being able to understand these interviews easily, right? Yes, good. Okay, Mark, thank you very much, and let's do our best this year as well.
Yeah, thank you very much. Go for it.
Yes, yeah, please. Okay, all right, I'll see you next time, okay?
Yeah, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.